So today, we're back into Pyro, but this time it's all about a build that only has 7 seconds to win. With our defense relying entirely on those 7 seconds of invulnerability from these glowing crowns. But hey, can we win before glowing crowns do run out? Or will we get smashed? Let's find out. Okay, let's go and jump to rank games with a random character and see what we're going to get today. And it looks like we're playing India PYROMANCER. Now we do start off with a fire pit, which is not going to be as ideal as I'd like it to be, but it is what it is. Now we could craft up a torch here, but honestly I do like going for Burning Blade on the PYROMANCER. So I'm going to grab a wooden sword. I kind of want to grab the chili, but I do want to roll looking for a whetstone. I'm going to grab the chili. Let's grab the bag stones. I'm going to roll. I'm going to grab an extra stone here. But I'm still going to roll. I know wasting our gold here, but I do really want to find ourselves. I'm going to sell. I really want to sell this flame, but we lose 5 max health. I'm going to reserve the stone, and this is going to be round 1. With a health pot, it's going to be kind of nice. It does give us a little bit more survivability. But our DPS is going to be super low with one singular wooden sword and a stone. Our opponent is going to have much better DPS with a broom and a stone, and they're going to have some lifesteal with the freaking utility pouch. So yeah, we could be in trouble here. When I say in trouble, I mean we're definitely going to be in trouble. Unfortunately, taking the chili here is probably not the right play. We did get a rainbow badge. Should we go for a rainbow badge run? It is on sale for 3, but I do want to go for a burning blade. You know what? Let's take it. Let's grab the flame. Let's roll. We do get our whetstone finally. I'm actually going to have to sell 2 flames here. Unfortunately, I do want to keep everything else to grab this whetstone. That's a lot of health. A lot of max health we are missing out on our fire pit. Now, I kind of want to grab this health up, but again, I'm going to be looking for a lot of whetstones, so I'm going to be moving on with this for now. Who knows? Maybe we don't even want to go for a burning blade since we're going to have a rainbow badge. Right, can we deal with this opponent? Rocking triple weapons. And it's looking super close. We did get a rainbow badge, and awesome. Rainbow badge, we got 1 of every buff. Keeping us alive here. And we did get another bag of stones. He's kind of nice and all. But I think we roll for now. Piggy bank on sale, might as well grab. We also got a little sharp bow, which I'm going to take 2. Let's keep rolling. I'm going to grab this storage also. But yeah, I'm going to rock on with this now. No whetstones, not so great. Sharp bow up top. Hero sword giving damage to your stones. It should be pretty good. Now I do want to stack up as much heat as possible so we get to our 10 heats with a chili pepper so we cleanse those debuffs. But yeah, the helping us get to rainbow badge, giving us buffs, is awesome. Genuinely awesome. And we do have a choice to make, and we could take Spicy Banana for a lot of heals. If we're going for Burning Blade, it could be pretty good. We could also go for Mana Mastery. Honestly, Mana Mastery is awesome, but right here it's not that great. Piggy Pinata, on the other hand, is going to give us a ton of value. And I do like my value. So I'm going to take Piggy Pinata. We've got ourselves an axe. Should we go for a Burning Blade axe type build? Definitely not. I'm going to grab the storage for now. I'm going to grab our our flame. I'm going to roll. We've got our whetstone, which unfortunately, we do have to sell 1 flame to grab for now. But for now, I'm going to want to grab this banana. I'm going to want to grab this stone too, but I'm going to move on with this for now. We're going to have our rainbow badge inside our fanny pack along with our hero sword, with a whetstone targeting our shard bow and our stones here. With crit chance on our little shard bow and 1 of our stones here. Now, our hero sword actually is in a worse position. Yeah, I should have moved this over slightly, increasing the damage on our stones. Just a little bit more, because this stone is dealing the DPS we want, this one is not doing the DPS. However, we do get 1 of every buff. Is it going to be enough here? Because our opponent does have a crazy absurd amount of heals. I'm not sure if 1 extra damage here on our stone would have made the difference here. Although, yeah, definitely would not have. Our opponent just had way too much healing with slime time, little gooblings. So we do end up falling short. I'm going to grab the banana. Let's grab our stone. Let's roll. We have to grab this piggy bank no matter what, but we're going to grab the storage. Let's grab it for now. I think I'm going to take out a rainbow badge as we roll. We could sacrifice the burning blade to go for hunger blade. Although for now, I'm going to venture on with this. And I did move our stones into a more ideal position. We have a rainbow badge still here. We do have our piggy banks giving us a lot of max life. But our DPS is still going to be quite low, especially when our opponent has a super fast freaking Shelly with unique. Yeah, that's going to be a certain amount of heals. Because at 15 seconds, we're going to trigger again. But can we beat him down? Unfortunately, we definitely cannot. Shelly coming in super clutch for opponents. And we do end up falling short. Now I'm hoping Piggy Pinata explodes. Didn't actually explode. Not so great. We did reserve our Hunger Blade, which I'm going to take right now. I'm going to start a little sharp ball. I do want to grab this stamina sack, but I also want to roll looking for that whetstone. So I'm going to roll for now. I'm going to keep rolling. Piggy bank has to be taken. Let's roll again. My whetstone on sale for 3. I'm going to grab. But yeah, I'm going to venture on with this. I'm going to take out our chili pepper for now. I'm going to keep our piggy banks in. I'm hoping that at least one will explode in the next round, because if it doesn't explode, we're going to be in huge trouble. Now, Hunger Blade is going to be nice. It does give us 1 vampirism. It's not going to be a whole lot. But it's a little bit of heals, and once we do get a rainbow badge, we get 3 vampirism. But our opponent is going to have a lot of lifesteal with their double swords here. But hey, actually, not too bad. And we did manage to explode one, and we got 2 freaking mana orbs with a glowing crown. We could try to go for a king crown here. I mean, I kind of want to craft up a mana thirst here, since we already have a glowing crown. Let's grab a storage. Let's grab this mana orb. We're going for a king's crown. We also got to deck cards, so we could actually go for a dragon type build, which I do kind of like. As for king's crown, I might not actually go for it. But the pineapple is going to be kind of awesome too. It's going to be stacking up our spikes if you want to grab the deck of cards. It does give us a White Eyes Dragon if we want it. I'm going to craft up a Frost Dragon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell our health pot here. And a flame. I'm going to grab the White Eyes Blue Dragon. I'm going to sell another flame here to continue to roll. If we get ourselves a pair of gloves, we can go for a Falcon Blade here. Potentially. I'm going to sell the Burning Coal though. I'm going to forego the gloves. I'm going to keep rolling. And I'm thinking about selling 1 stone here. 2 roll again. I know whetstone here is pretty rough. Now, do we want to grab ourselves this sun armor here? I don't think I'm going to, actually. We could grab ourselves a bow and arrow, but I'm going to be rocking on. I'm going to be crafting up a mana thirst since we have multiple mana orbs. I'm hoping that we get some invulnerability with our glowing crown as well, which should be smashing. Giving us time to survive here. But we really have no scaling damage. We have lots of mana, but we do need to get quite a bit of mana to actually make use of all this mana. But can we actually get there? Because we're actually looking like we're going to get there, to be honest. We should get a big mana buff bomb, outpacing his opponents. And genuinely awesome here. And we do have a choice to make, and if we did keep our Hunger Blade, I would definitely go for a Burning Banner. But we did get ourselves a White Eyes Blue Dragon with the deck of cards, which means I'm going dragons. I'm going dragons. We also got ourselves a spear. We're going to go for a holy spear with a crazy absurd amount of dragons. Let's grab our spear. We have to grab a dragon here to craft up. I'm going to take another White Eyes Blue Dragon to potentially go for a bunch of frost. Now we could have actually went CRYOMANCER if we did keep a frostbite. But the amount of White Eyes Blue Dragons we do have. Now we do kind of want to keep a hero sword to potentially go for a Burning Blade still. Maybe I'm holding on for too much hope. I'm going to sell our bag stones and our stones here. So you do have to grab this dragon egg. Rainbow badge still going to be in. I'm going to have to take this. I'm not going to take the emerald egg here. I do want to find a bunch of ruby eggs. But for now, it's going to have to be this way. However, we are going to be getting a CRYOMANCER with a katana, with a sun armor, and an ice armor. They're going to be flicking some debuffs on us. We do get invulnerability. And it's going to be stacking up our mana. We do get 1 of every buff. But this katana is going to be dealing some crazy damage. And it's also going to stop us from stacking up our buffs. So we do actually lose our life. But it is what it is. Now, do we actually want to go heat stacking with a hollow fire lizard? I think I'd actually prefer that over the White Eyes Blue Dragon here. I'm going to grab a storage. I'm going to grab this. Let's grab you. I'm going to sell a flame, 2 roll. And holy moly, are we going to get a Burning Blade. I'm going to sell this, 2 grab it instantly. Now the question is, do we want to go for a Chili Goobert as well? On top of everything. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to rock on with this. Let's craft up our hero longsword. We can craft up Burning Blade. And we should have pretty decent amount of damage with our multiple weapons. Now our opponent does have a good bit of heals though, with False Life. and a magic torch, and a flame. And they're actually going to outpace us, unfortunately. So we do go down to our final life, which is pretty darn scary. But it is what it is. Now we've got our Ruby Chunk, which is going to be amazing. And we got our Hero Longsword. Now the question is, what should we go for here? I kind of want to grab Solaris. 15% chance to duplicate any heat we do get. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be looking for a Holy Armor. I'm going to grab the storage. I'm going to roll. And crit chance on top of everything. Hell yeah, we're going to take it. Now, do we sell a Rainbow Badge right now? I'm not sure if we do want to. Mana Orb really wants to sit in here, but it also wants to sit up here too. And we also want to craft up a Burning Blade also. Now, to prioritize a crit chance over the damage from a Hero Longsword, he does kind of want to sit in here. But unfortunately for now, I'm going to sell 3 flames here. Which feels bad. But I do definitely need this storage. As I do want to craft up that burning sword pretty badly. But yeah, I'm going to rock on with this. Now Solaris, 15% chance to duplicate our heats. It's going to be nice, but once we get our burning blade, it's going to be even nicer. Now with 4 luck, we do have 20% crit chance on all our stuff here. And we're going to be dealing some big damage with a Ruby Chunk as well. But we definitely want to find ourselves more dragons. So let's keep rolling. Hollow Fire Lizard is exactly what we're looking for. Let's keep going. Another Mana Orb. If we want to go for a big Mana Buff Bomb, we can also grab ourselves a Sapphire Egg too. The problem with our Burning Blade is that our Acorn Collar wants to sit in here, but we can't get crit chance on our Mana Thirst or a Ruby Chunk, but I'd much prefer grabbing on a Ruby Chunk. This also needs to be placed beside a Ruby Chunk for a little bit more heals. And we also want to grab another fanny pack here. So we can place it up top, we get our mana, we place it in here, and we definitely need to activate this Hollow Fire Lizard. Let's put in more flames. And I'm contemplating actually selling these Bodies Blue Dragons for another Mana Orb. Try and go for a big Mana Buff Bomb. I'm not sure if we even want to. I think we're probably better off rolling, looking for another Ruby Egg. And we can also take the Phoenix, which I'm definitely not going to, but I'm going to venture on with this round. And we'll see. Burning Blade to stack up our heats with a Ruby Chunk. So Ruby Chunk is going to be stunning opponents. It's going to be dealing some big damage. And awesome. The Holy Spear also gives us a vulnerability and attacking crazy fast. And we also got ourselves a Rogue Potion with an Element of Alchemy. And we're going to replace our Piggy Bank straight away. Let's grab our storage. Let's keep moving. That's under Acorn Collar, which I do actually want to grab here. I want to grab it because then we don't have to scale up our crits. That's hard. However, we're going to keep rolling. I'm going to sell this to grab this bit of storage. I'm going to sell this to keep rolling. Another Hollow Fire Lizard with a Dragon on sale is definitely going to be worth it here. So I'm going to sell one of these Hollow Fire Lizards, or I'm going to sell one of these Bodies Blue Dragons to grab this Amethyst Egg. But yeah, let's keep going for now. Our Destroy ability comes in the form of actually just getting invulnerability. Kind of like our opponent here. But they take quite some time to actually get their invulnerability. Now, they do have a crazy amount of holy items, stacking up their power like insanely fast. But can we beat them down? We are actually running out of stamina, but hey, not too bad still. We got our dragon, which we're going to fit in here, and making use of this burning blade like crazy. Now, we also really want to place this one up top, giving crit chance on our dragons, along with our Mana Thirst. Now I'm going to grab this bit of storage so we can take another Hollow Fire Lizard. We're going to roll again. I'm going to keep rolling. And that is crazy insane. I think I'm going to have to sell this Rainbow Badge. Yeah, we're going to sell it. We do need to grab this Ruby Egg pretty much instantly, but I do need to grab this leather bag. So I'm going to sell this stuff for now, and I'm going to place that in. I'm going to craft it up. I'm going to go for a double Hollow Fire Lizard. I'm going to place our Holy Spirit in this position. We could move it all the way back and get absurd amounts of debuff removal. Maybe that's actually better than getting 5% more crit chance on it, because it does destroy a lot more blocks. So I'm going to keep it this way. Which I'm going to venture on with this for now. Adding in another dragon is going to be a lot more damage. But if our opponent does survive during our onslaught of invulnerability, we're going to be in huge trouble. But hey, definitely not looking like so. We do some massive burst damage. And we're going to get ourselves another Ruby Chunk here. Let's grab another hollow fire lizard. We're finding some crazy hollow fire lizards. Let's keep moving. And I do want to grab the storage, and we got ourselves another freaking piggy bank as well. Now I'm actually going to place this ruby chunk down in this position once it is crafted. You want to grab this? You know what? I'm going to take it for now. You want to grab yourselves this Whitey's Blue Dragon? And not exactly. You do kind of want to actually sell this flame to grab yourselves another piggy bank here. What you going to do? Okay, I did move a whole set of browns, so we're actually making use of these fanny packs on a burning blade along with a ruby chunk. We're going to have our acorn collars in this position. We should be able to start off with some luck as well, and I'm going to be crafting up a second ruby chunk. Now, Piggy Pinata is going to be in here, giving crit chance to our Mana Thirst along with Ruby Whelp. But are we going to be able to take on a freaking super fast Excalibur with some invulnerability? This invulnerability is going to be super tough, but we're dealing some big damage. And you know what? It's definitely not looking too bad. Genuinely awesome. Now we're going to get our second ruby chunk, and we could craft up a second Mana Thirst, but I don't think we actually want to. And we got ourselves a holy armor, which I do kind of want to craft up into a sun armor. Do we actually want it though? It does give us a little bit of block with the Solaris as well. A little bit more survivability too. I'm going to take it for that. I'm going to roll. And I do want to sell this. Now we could just grab another Glowing Crown for even more vulnerability. I think that might actually be our best play. Funnily enough. Just grabbing a bunch of invulnerability over a stun armor here. So I'm actually going to sell it because I do want to grab ourselves another ruby chunk. I'm going to roll. We could grab another mana orb here to try and go for a big mana buff bomb. Potentially, you know what, let's take it. Now the crazy thing is, this ruby chunk is in kind of a wild spot here. We definitely need to place it this way, which means I'm going to place these stamina sacks back in, and this is going to be a hell of a lot better. But yeah, let's keep moving for now. We should be able to generate up a lot of damage with the ruby chunks. We should be able to stun our opponents. Our opponent is going to be inflicting some cold on us. We should be able to get 2 goals of vulnerability, keeping us alive until we do our big massive damage. And you know what? It's actually looking super close here. And holy moly, did we just barely survive. Cold stacking builds. That was kind of rough. Now we did stack up a lot of heat, which is definitely a big counter to the gold, but we didn't stack up as much heat as I'd like to. We do end up with this 55 DPS, which is not too bad, with a Ruby Chunk, Holy Spear, Ruby Chunk, Amethyst Whelp, and a Burning Blade as well. Our opponent only had a 20 DPS, rocking double snow sticks with a Cursed Dagger. But hey, how much heals do we have? Not an insane amount of heals, to be honest, with a massive 2 heals per second, with a massive 21 health gains, and as for block, not a whole lot of block. Our survivability comes in being invulnerable for 3 seconds with our Holy Spear, and 2 more seconds with our Glowing Crown. But I'm actually going to continue on to see if we can win out here. See if we can actually win out. I'm going to grab this bit of storage. I kind of want to grab this Divine Pot here. I'm going to roll. We could grab Jimbo for a few buffs. It's kind of nice. I do also want to grab this fanny pack. But I kind of want to roll looking for 1 more Ruby Chunk. So I'm going to keep going. Although a Hollow Fire Lizard would be kind of awesome here. Once again. Just stacking up our heat absurdly fast. So I'm going to sell this Potion Bolts. Actually grab the Hollow Fire Lizard. I'm going to keep rolling. And that's all we can really do. Now, unfortunately, we can't actually fit this in as of right now. So it is going to have to be this way. Yeah, I'm going to venture on with this. I do like the Divine Pot here to counter some of those debuff stacking builds. We are going to begin a big old Busted Blade with some crit chance. We're going to have 66% crit chance, but not a whole lot of survivability. Awesome. Now this stamina sack is going to be literally perfect for us. We're going to roll. Do you want any of these items here? Not exactly. It's a little bit too late to craft up another Ruby Chunk, unfortunately. What are we actually looking for here? Literally just more Hollow Fire Lizards. Let's keep going. Although we do get ourselves another Ruby Egg. And it would be crazy awesome if we did manage to craft up another Ruby Chunk. The thing is, I'm not going to take it. I'm actually going to take this Emerald Egg. I'm going to take the Emerald Egg because it is going to give us luck. It's going to give us a crit chance. Give us a higher potential to burst down opponents. Awesome. The only thing is, how the frick are we going to fit it in? We're going to have to sacrifice a decent bit of heat here, unfortunately. They place this ruby egg in. I say ruby egg, this emerald egg. But yeah, it's going to have to be this way for now. We can also grab the ace of spades, giving us more crit chance as well. But I'm not going to take it here either. Grab one final piggy bank. I don't think we're going to take it. I think we're going to move on. We could grab another holy spear, but I think it's going to have to be this way for now. We are going to begin a super fast katana with shielded. They're going to be blocking a lot of our damage. They do have invulnerability as well. But can a ruby chonks carry us here? Because stamina is going to be a huge issue. They have outsurvived their invulnerability. And this is where we're going to be in big trouble. Because our only defenses are those invulnerability phases. And we do end up falling short. Super defensive opponents, smashing us down. Basically anti-burst. I'm going to roll. We could grab ourselves another mana orb to try and go for big mana buff bombs. But it's not going to be really worth it here because we'll get to our invulnerability and that's about it. So I'm not going to take it. Another hollow furnace I do really want to grab. That's even more invulnerability, which we definitely have to grab. Now I'd love to put our dragon beside our burning blade here to get even more damage, but I don't think that's going to be possible without sacrificing a crit chance on pretty much everything else. Now, good old piggy bank. Unfortunately didn't explode. We're going to sell you. I'm going to sell 2 more flames. Then we're going to grab ourselves another hollow furnace. Mainly because hollow furnace increases our effect damage, which increases our ruby chonks damage, increases all our dragon damage. So every time these do pop off, our dragons deal even more damage as well. But I don't think we're going to be able to fit our divine pine unless we sacrifice our chili pepper, which maybe do actually want to. I do want to keep our Solaris to potentially duplicate some of the heat we do stack up. It's not going to be insane by any means. But I still think this is going to be pretty decent here. I don't even want to put the heat in. We could place this here, but I kind of want to stack up our mana super fast with our glunk rounds. We're going to have basically 7 seconds of invulnerability, which is a long time during the fight. And we're going to see if it's going to be good enough. Actually, let's sell our divine pot. Let's roll. We could grab ourselves more luck here. Another piggy bank. Let's keep moving. And a dragon on sale. And a mana orb. Super cheap. I mean, we're not using this heat here. We could sell it even more heats. And we could just grab this one and place it in here. To be honest, might as well. And we're going to see if this is going to be good enough. Are we going to fall short? And we are going to begin another opponent's rocking some invulnerability. They're also going to be inflicting a ton of blind on us. They're going to be going super fast. And they do have some shellies to heal as well. But can we actually smash them down before they inflict a ton of debuffs on us and get their invulnerability? So far, it's actually looking like so, and amazing. Because our Holy Spirit does cleanse any blind our opponent does inflict, which is crazy, crazy awesome. So we actually end up with about 123 DPS, dealing 600 damage within 5 seconds. That's a pretty decent amount of damage. We're definitely a burst builds. As for heals, 20 heal per second is not too bad, but it is still only 5 seconds. It's definitely not great. As for block, no block. Again, our whole survivability is literally just invulnerability. But hey, we did survive 1 life left. Well, let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get. +6. Ranking us up a decent bit here. But anyways, I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. We're going back in history and we're going to see can we deal with some opponents. Now we're going to begin a staff on healing with Nocturnal Locklifter with a Blood Gooberts. We're going to get tons of heals. But they can't lifesteal when we have invulnerability, so we actually counter that opponent awesomely. Okay, can we deal with a Dibbered Guardian? Now they're going to have invulnerability as well, with some shields. Now this is the opponents that we kind of dread. They're going to get their battle rage, they're going to get lots of heals to get their invulnerability. They're going to get second go of invulnerability. They're basically anti-burst, stacking up their damage. And this is the problem with our builds. Our opponent actually did manage to stack up their damage faster than we can keep dealing with our RUBY chonks. But hey, can we deal with another shield? Nocturnal Locklifter with a prismatic sword, a super fast prismatic sword with a lot of skilling damage, and a ton of lifesteal. And you know what? It's definitely looking like we're going to win out. Although I could be eating my words, they're actually dealing some massive damage, but hey, not too bad.